but of the silence of good people. When we stop talking, when we stop acting, when we sit in our fortresses and think that we are safe. Alhamdulillah, our husbands, sons and wife and our children are safe. No matter, we are on one boat and this boat is about to sink. So, regardless of what is the age of the person who's going to drown, everyone will sink if we do not work for our survival. What to do? This is the true picture of martyrdom families, those who suffered. Few organizations working a lot. I'm going to name them. Our Shaheed Foundation, Shuhada Welfare, might be other religious and non-religious groups working on that. But the suggestion which we need, actually we feel that there is no centralization of our effort. It is just individual effort. Remember one thing, that financially a strong nation is undefeatable. The first thing which Holy Prophet did after the migration, that is establishment of Muhajirin, the weak one, and brought them equal to Ansars. Financially, he did that. He gave them the boost. After giving the boost, it was the time that he talked with Jews of Medina and signed a charter. Because at that there was no better name of Muslims. So, a clear, transparent, centralized, continuous, accessible funding process. How I believe upon you people to think. Transparency is the first step. Accessibility of every individual. How it is collected, how much it is collected, and how it is spent. So that you can win the trust of the people. Write one thing, remember one thing. The moment we win the trust of people, there would be a pile of money with us. Number one, generating the idea from among the community, doesn't matter the amount, starting from 5 rupees to 10 rupees to 10 lakh, doesn't matter amount. The thing is every earning hand should feel the responsibility to pay. Secondly, the Hazaras living abroad, they are actually having this hunger to do something. They are more in greed. They are watching us from outside. So a centralized funding process should be generated by anyone. Remember one thing, we're being killed. Why? Because we are Hazaras and we are Shias. Uzbek having the same appearances, living in the same areas. Didn't the question raise in your mind, why did we not target it as they're similar like us? Because they are not Shia. So religion is here a matter. Starting from Abdul Rahman in middle 18th century, when Hazara started their evacuation from Afghanistan, until mid of 19th century, still we are suffering because we are Shia. We cannot deny. So a funding, regardless, either in the name of religion or either in the name of Hazargi, no problem. Coming back on one point, we are lacking of leadership. We are looking forward that a leader, undisputed person, regardless of religious or non-religious. We should have that much courage to provide. My mother should have that much enough training of their kids to provide us a leader, a person. Everyone, we are paying these affected families. But you know what? We are actually paralyzing them. We want vocational centers. Put your hands together, those who are the skilled ones. Come forward. Make vocational centers for women, to make them to earn their livelihood, not begging, not spreading their hands in front of Shuhada welfare or other trustees. Make them self-subsisting, self-sufficient. For that we need to enhance educational and vocational centers. The other thing establishing rehabilitation centers to treat with the psychological and trauma problem of these affected families. Join us, the psychiatrists of our community. Step forward, work for this. A mother came to me, burst into tears, and said that I'm having an adult child, lost his father. The child mostly whiling away his time outside in the street. I have no control on the child. Remember, streets are nursery for crimes. They are not schools. Mostly bad learning happened in the streets. She said, what should I do? I can fulfill his tummy, but how come I fulfill his psychological needs? We need counselors to counsel them, to guide them, to teach them, to learn them. Please put your hands together, come forward. Only education is not the way. Only just a few announcements on newspaper is not sufficient. Remember one thing, anger is the most powerful asset of human body. Learn to manage your anger. The moment we learn this anger management, we channelize, it's like a flood. Either let it away to destroy the houses, either utilize it to make electricity. It's upon us. Again, the fact is children having three kind of problems. Number one, education problem. Put your hands together. Continuous report writing, note taking about these kids, who are they, what are their age, what are their needs regarding schools and colleges. Help them to getting admissions. Please pay them regular visits. I'm having requests to my female audience. Second, those who are in need of seeking admissions in good universities, please come forward, help them. Thirdly, those who wants to marry, no one is there to guide them, no matchmaker. Ladies, come forward, help them in scenario for our adult boys and girls. Third, they want employment. If they are skillful enough, definitely there will be a lot of room to find employment. Another thing which I'm going to suggest, the ratio of boys and girls in Hazara community right now is 51-49%. It means for one man is two women because of this genocide and targeting. What to do? Make the marriages easier, please. We can have a marriage party without lavish food, without so many gold of 3 to 4 lakh. You are the decision makers. Please make it easy. The more you do it easy, the more it is good for our people who are just waiting to start their family life. Another suggestion for you people, that you're being targeted because you are the noble one. Because in quantity we are less, but in quality we are the best. Keeping in mind Battle of Badr, 313 facing 1,000. Keeping in mind Battle of Hazara, the bunch of Muslims sieged inside the city, facing 10,000 non-believers. But remember one thing, always there are a bunch of people with the truth, and truth has this essence that it always stands. Say, O Prophet, truth has come and falsehood perished, because falsehood is bound to perish. Pray for you all, for your time. There are a few suggestions from a very immature person to argue, to comment, to think, correct. Hopefully I did my bit, and pray for you all until we see that وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلُونَ, you are the best one. Thank you all for your time.
She was Ms. Hamida Azizi. Registrar of Institute School. Thanks, ma'am, for being here. With very proud and honored, I would like to call upon Barrister Hazara Hussain, Barrister of the Supreme Court. The audience is requested to put your hands together for our young barrister. Please sir, come on the stage and share your ideas on the issue.
An excellent speech by Ms. Hamida Azizi. I highly appreciate his thoughts, her speech, and warmly welcome her suggestions. A remarkable presentation by Major Retired Mr. Nadir Ali, with extensive support of prominent personalities of my tribe, along with the volunteers of my tribe. I should rather say that this is not the first book or the first presentation he has made, but the second one. You might have gone through the first one, just a glance to the speech and to the details of the first book tells us that the book not only wanted to highlight the issues, to highlight the reasons genocide and continuous target killing of Hazaras, but it also aimed to take this matter into international level. Apparently, to take this by the Amnesty International. The lawyer of Amnesty International visited Quetta in recent past, who met with all the representatives of the political parties and the prominent personalities of my tribe. Now what he needed to know, that how they started, what was the reasons that they become the victims of terrorism. Although we can see today that the world is surrounded in terrorism, it's very hard to stop unless there is a Taliban and Al-Qaeda exists on the face of this world. We, although cannot stop this, still we can work to minimize. And that was the ways why we welcome the young lawyer from Amnesty International, Mr. Sam Jennings, who visited and extensively interviewed every single member to find out the problems, the issues, the highlights, and the sources. And not only the issues or the reasons why we have been the continuous victim of terrorism, but the ways how could we stop or minimize it. The matter has now successfully been taken up to the Amnesty International. Coming to some facts and figures of the recent target killings of Hazaras. You all very much know that every single day we are the one who become the victims, and we are the one who are arrested or taken to the prisons for no reason. Sayyid al-Khusrali in September 2010, the terrorist exploded himself on the rally, and the day after, the proclaimed organization people. They are not millions, they are not billions, they are not even hundreds. They are just few in numbers. But apparently it seems to me that the government is either involved directly or indirectly. Had the government arrested any of them for this last 10 or 11 years, we could have said